say that again. So for B.
So just assume that the B blocks, so just the same blocks on that.
Okay.
So A block is one second, B blocks 1 second. They're all just 1 second. So the same. The B would be 1. Or it would be 2. So some 1 plus 1.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And the A would be
Yeah.
just
So the recursion should be okay, but it's
like B calling B, calling
So I
C and
should.
B and
It's-
so it should be fine.
So all the time between that, I mean, imagine the C was
So
not C, it was IP.
Yeah, if you like each one is.
That's fine. Which B ends what B is the question, but that's not the question of stacking.
Yeah.
The first B ends, the first B starts.
I mean, I know sometimes I know that it doesn't make difference, but if yeah,
Good question.
yeah. But for starter, if it helps, assume that there is no recursion call, but I believe it won't the next again.
So at here, like we have one over here. But we will have this only one.
No, it belongs to B, right?
C, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
you would add once and like add everything
So then immediate
to a
pass.
hash mark. So you've got a hash table with like the maximum times. And then so we've got A, for A we've got 1 and 15. So 14. Then for B we have 5, right? And that's it. And for C we've got, oh, but then they're like,
This becomes twice.
yeah,
So
like any of them can come twice.
just this again would be like CC.
So now C is 2, and then C again is 3 plus 3. But then like, we need to see we are at A, and but then get n square because then we went A, we took B, we know that B is inside A, so we
How do you
inside
So
B.
this one showed up twice. You have to count that, right? If there was CC.
Yeah, that's like we would have to,
But you calculate C, and then you use
yeah,
back and forth.
like class 5, yeah. Because we need to know that the C is inside the B and the C is just inside.
Say end of that, the A to A, we added or it's the C to C. Let's do this summation. So it is not distracted and it is easy. So since we have, say we want each of these blocks, so we have it like that, there.
So in this example, what you just now A is first box is so the second box is also one. Third box is 2.
Yeah.
4.
Negative.
And then this is not it, right? It also has a C 19.
No.
Okay. So this is not a C 19. Yeah. 3 boxes, yeah, size of 10. And then there's then it goes back to A. A is running between.
It will always counter for the
3 box of A.
So between this
C is running from
C
17.
and B there is some time.
From 17 to 20 is 3.
Okay, that B.
That's what we have. So this is
That one. Okay.
this is what we have. So the output is
Immediately correct.
4, 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6, and 2 plus 3, 5.
Okay. Okay. You just sum them across, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
So what do you do for the times that is idle in between A ending and B starting? Nothing.
This is nothing because there is nothing start here.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 seconds was gone.
2 seconds is gone.
defaulted to the previous.
Nothing is happening.
Yeah, nothing is happening.
If I check some, if I total everything here,
Then it
I
got
want the
matched.
value to be 19 minus 2,
Yes, exactly.
right?
True.
That's the easiest way to figure out, making sure you're not double counting or under counting.
Yeah.
It's a checksum. It doesn't mean if you're right, it's right.
When stacks it.
True. Yes.
So you stack them from A to B, and that means you split the second, the 15
Okay.
to 17.
Mm-hmm.
Question?
See, because allow you to track.
Okay. So you know now.
So then
So the
and
for this is consent for
start 3 and is 5. So I know what it is. If the top is C, then I know that this is 2, right? And then so I need to assign this value 12.
these cards from this data. So
Total C.
we call C.
Because we need to have like values for all
So then
the
C
actions. So total I, total B, total C.
So then
And sometimes C is 2, sometimes
then again
3.
within
So
the same
here our C
sheet.
is
So within
2,
C
and
call
we
from B also
top them, right? Because they are on top, like I see C
and
and C, I know that.
so this all
Then
within.
that
So
2,
now
I need
when
to
we have the
minus like take it
so
from B.
but you have to remove all the
If top is minus C, yeah, if is minus A, whatever. And then like I need to somehow subtract this.
so parents, or then there is
So B start with 2, but I need to like minus 2.
no, because there's no function in here. Then after like 7
And then hash map.
so that pattern is there's nothing
Start, you say 1 is 0,
yeah, yeah, right. I mean, but we know we started nothing and then so that means
like when you say the difference from, you keep track of it. So when you indicate this difference, so you keep that.
Why do I need that?
These values are the box size. So what you mean is you have block sizes.
But don't I care only about the black sizes between these?
So it's like this, right?
Yeah.
But the one thing that you want that's missing is
Like
not
here, yeah.
this box.
Yeah. Like this one, yeah. Whatever, yeah.
So these block size represent this. And then these are the block sizes. So these are these. So each block is just legal. We have so we want to use for because they have A started. So this one is and then now you have B started, right? And now when C starts, you give all the time between this and now you go here, you say C, you give all the time to C. You go to B, you give all the time this 2. That's how you make it. And you go down here, you give 2 seconds to it. You go to this one. You go down to C, you give this 2. So your data is a massive graph. Visually,
Yeah, because
and you'll add to C. So you do like
I just rely on this evidence, I just
So That's what you do.
Is that the case? Okay, so I think with this one, like when you have AP, and you know that the
guess because
speed,
at
then
the
you
end,
can increase the driving.
between 7 and 7
So we would go from
when
4
B is running A
to
is
7,
not.
and
That
then
goes
have
towards
B
the
equals 3.
I mean,
So we don't need to like start with as fast as
I'm not sure how it is.
Then we get 8
At least that's
to 7 over 8. Oh, because this one is like the end.
So in B ends and there is still something, there is a
That
here,
would be the number
right?
C.
So in B ends, that means whatever is in here, by default, you continue
But
to start.
B is
How do you
so
do
we
it?
only have A, and then we've got C9, so that's 3. And then we add A started at 3 at 5. So we add a 3, so like at 4. But then it ended at 17. But there was something that so it
Four positions they have is start, and start.
So whenever you've got start, you just push into the start. And when you've got end, you have to like hold it.
Then count, I'll add 3 to count.
So stack is like an action.
Yeah.
How you work it? So it's how you
No, like with stack, you just hold it. So whenever
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
and then whenever you like end, then
What I'm doing is
you know that this one, like your top value, should be the start of your end value.
And then now, if you want 8, right? And 7.
because there's no and C started at 9.
Yeah.
Now between 7 to 9 that's time
Yes,
we have to know that.
I just, what we did, I need to like keep this, because we are able to do, we need to have one value.
Yeah, but then I want to know the back how many minutes is there. That's the current copy. Yeah, that you can associate
Maybe if you know where you're ending, so you know that the end is 20. What is it? Then you can have 20 steps, and then each of those steps, you can say whether the function is on or off.
That's the thing.
How much time do you use? You just increment each of the steps. So we have for the first step, A is on, we add 1.
If you have A
The second
here,
step,
that goes to
now we have B, so turn on B.
yeah, AA, because, so this should be called because the condition for
C equals C, and then
that's
like
this step
S
would work.
you call B,
C is step 1, so N equals C.
like to
Step
C,
5,
but if N equals
physically,
0,
C is N, so turn off C, and then turn on,
And then A is in.
so B,
you turn on B. And, yeah, so if you turn off C, you turn B back on.
But in between,
So I guess you have to see that.
7. So, although A should time is 9, actually this time taken by B, not by A. So it should come towards A. Now C started and ended, right? So C started,
like you current stop.
here C started at B and ended. Here started at 1 seconds ago. So this time
goes towards C, and this time should not be this time when B calls C should not go towards B, goes towards C. This time in C when it calls A, that time should not go towards A, it should count towards C. So then yeah, get that. So how much other than the
So it's active when it says start. Right, yeah. So when C ends, how do we know that? Oh, okay, yeah. How do we know the start of B again? Yeah. So I guess I need more than just on and off. It's like there's like two values. It's not just on and off. It's like there's two different values. It's like was it started or not? Was it started or ended? And then so here this
so because it is angle.
Yeah, then you have to deal with the overlaps. Yeah. So I think you have you can record multiple different values. So so it's like so if it started like A's started as 1 and A's end every time they have A's start.
You pop when you have
But A on is 1.
well, it depends if you push the start.
Because B starts. And then I guess A starts after A would start after whenever
So
so that like so when B started yeah B started at 2
Here is one thing.
and then B ended at 7. Oh no, yeah, B ends at 7. But
because this one ended, right? Wait.
but it
So
turns
this
on
one ended, this one
after
ended,
5.
then you end
That
A.
is experiment when it started.
So everything comes
So even though it doesn't say anything about B turning on, you know it turns on because B hasn't ended yet.
Yeah,
B
but then
ends
you
at
have to go coming, whatever is coming out. So see,
Now
see
it's
came out.
and then that's
So when something came again, you have to see that understand.
So if you know all of this, then you can basically
And then-
you'll know where you're
yes, yeah.
You could
So
subtract your
I
overlaps.
have like a variable that has total C total starting, and then you also need to like gain the one that you use, how much time you use. So C will tell me that it switched to 2. So this is the then B will keep
Stop element before
but it will start because of the so
I think this was code to be a little bit complicated, right?
you suppose you need to like the minus 5 and then also you can end up
No, that's fine. I'm talking about this condition what we discussed. When you pop down, you have to see previous what
and now you can end up
So when you pop 7, C. So top you calculate. But when B started, that time you see that not like C and
You don't have to do
C ended at 5 and B started at 7. That time.
So you
Okay, yeah,
You make a new
okay.
one
and then
as
like
soon as you get
Can you
it.
read that?
this is on your spec is only A.
So I
But
think
you
it will
also
but you have to
the minus 3 becomes S1. So that's why I put here
Oh,
minus 5 and minus 3 plus minus 3. So
you don't have to physically, what I was
when
thinking is you don't have to
A
mention.
and here, you A equals 18. And I only put this A1, right? So I do A minus, so 15 minus 1 is 14, and then minus those A1 were given me from the previous course. So 14 minus 8 is 6. And then you swap again B, and B is 4A. You just need to keep this like giving a time to the previous one.
Yeah, you only go through the number of times that you have to. And then the first time is never
Because you know that this one is kind of legal. If this is not legal,
No, I don't
then
think, because you
it
don't have to
wouldn't
do
work this way.
a loop
I think
inside of
it's
a loop.
similar to the tags if HTML. So it's not
But then how we
HTML is
then you can start it.
because you need to have like an open.
No, yeah, so how, yeah, so that
And
used to be
then
simple.
so this one tells you like start and end. So this one is also that way.
You want to make sure the stack's optimized.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. Yeah. But I assume that this
yeah,
is not.
what I wonder is,
You don't need to like tag it. But
if you were
you
having
probably
a
also
course
should
everything
tag
like
it
this,
like A.
but then
If what you
maybe there's a way
what
to
you have now, when you have end, you need to check if your
adding and subtracting
start with the same
And now
name.
the top
Yeah.
copy.
how much you're
Its total
at.
time
So
should be added at the
you
same time.
know
Do you
when,
want to do it?
whether
Basically, how much time other function then
it's on off. And then whenever it's on, you
No,
decide
no, so
on.
you just add how much other function.
Off, and you don't
So
have it.
when you
But
basically
you'll know whether it's,
you add
you just have
this
to know
time to the
whether
B,
it's
saying that I have to take it from the B's.
But I would still be,
easier to
I would still be
So
on.
do
Then you calculate total time minus how much other function.
then B2 then C3. Okay, and now we have C5.
Because otherwise in that, I was thinking there are a lot of.
So we need to copy
And I guess technically,
There is a lot of places where things can go.
and then we know that C is 2.
space would be, yeah,
So
I mean,
C.
would its space complexity be the same? Regardless, because you'd still have to be recording,
So C is 2, and
How
then
much?
we need to
you're still
tell
recording
B,
one of the things, like
tell
in
B
this
that
case,
C took
well, you're recording
to
these 3 arrays, but if you're just doing arithmetic,
So I
you're just
go
adding it
like
as you go,
B
and you're
equals
still recording.
because it means that B started later. Yeah. Or just do 2 plus 2.
Yeah, that's what I think
We kind of like subtracting the time with C from B. So we just moving starting point of B
too. So, yeah,
forward in space.
like for me,
Then we
we
know
go
that
from,
B ends, right?
like 15 minus
So we
1.
know that
You
we
know,
started at
So you know, that's like your space, but you don't know the overlaps, but you do know the overlaps because you have all this information too. So, yeah, you should just be able to add and subtract.
So you want to
Looking at this.
Oh yeah.
That's cool, let's go back to that. Alright.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll throw the
I just wonder about this number, how we like going to make this number like give it back.
These
Yeah.
are our values. So while initial first dictionary,
And then we'll keep track of
So we have followed that, and I know that
So what, I think what
A did not run from
we just have stacks of what the block sizes are.
So how do I remove that fact?
So I think,
Yeah, they never
kind of need these differences to keep track of these.
But we don't know how at least how much that so I do like but it is still on. I didn't make it minus 1. So if it is not minus 1, I'll mark off minus another one. Knowing like how much this now, so that way I'll give it minus 1. And then assign this to C. This 7, like things you want to see. And so 7. It started at 3, ended at 5. So I'll just wait mark it as minus 1. Then we are mark it as the end. And we can start with 3 to 5. And then let's start with B, which is 7. We start with the mark it as minus 1. Because we have greater than, I mean less than 7 digits ended, try to remove that type minus 6. Because this ended, I don't know, if I put minus 1, I know that this, so we put ended and it is not there, I go to the we don't like that. We need to keep the so right, minus you have to start with the minus, but now like if we need to wait 7 for so we how much we took and similarly keep continuing. Why did I see it ended at 7 and started at 2. So it did 8 and so see we need to like additional so there is
maybe we could try, so try to keep the differences, but then keep the stack as just a value. So,
and again it's ends.
this is just, we'll just work different. And we'll now we have difference 1.
The function will be there.
So, in the case of when we have a start, we're going to just
3 to 5 as 2 plus
add
previous
or different
B has length and
to the top stack.
if I do this, we will get A. I think that's the way.
Can we peek at the stack?
Yeah. You can pick, but you can only pick on the top most.
Okay. Yeah, so we go A, and then now we say the difference is 1. So we peek at the top of the stack, right? And that means we add 1 to A.
In this case, this is fine.
So now A is going to be 1.
Yeah, in this case, but this is like the zero, the uppermost week.
And now it's
Oh, okay,
or
so
now you add B to the stack.
okay, so you want to update that every time when you go through this. Oh, I see.
So
Okay.
now when we hit C, we said C is the start. So that means we find the difference here is 1. And then we add, look at the top of the stack. That says add 1 to B. Right? These are 1 to 1. Now it goes here, it's an end. And means
But you didn't, okay, so now you, yeah,
so you
okay.
just take this value and assign it. It'll help me take C and assign it to now we assign 2.
That's why in this case, right?
And now we go to B, and B is an end. And the difference is 2.
And then it's
Oh, and N means what? pop. Okay. So we pop and we pick B. So B plus 2. Right? And then now we just have A on stack. And then end again means we pop A stack. Right? Or A start. Oh, this is C start. This is C. That makes a lot of sense. So I put C on the stack, right? And then see, this is the problem. Right? Yeah, you can't do that. Go back down. Oh, this should be assigned to A. Oh, that's right. That's good. Right? Because we have this such that, right? Start means you assign what's on the stack.
Okay, so now you assign to
Right?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm
Yeah.
like.
You peak, this is peak. Start means you peak, right? Alright, and we assign 2 to A. So A will be 3.
It's like
C started as adject to stack.
you just push on.
And then now we go end. So we have our C on there. Because
So you need to see, yeah.
Every time
and ends are to pop the top. C difference is 3. And then we popped it.
at the end you just count the steps.
And the difference is here.
You need to have an instance of B as well.
So 3 plus 3.
3. Yeah, and we popped it. So we give it to A. So this is 6.
But that's basically the same.
And then the stack should be empty.
It's your band.
Right, and now we have start again, so we have to assign nothing to the stack. But then we just B on here. Now we can pop B again, and we add 3 to
You run your function.
Yeah. And you get
There are 20 steps.
for A
And
and C 3.
so yeah, just say
I think I have
A.
so for 20.
Okay. Yeah. It's C 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, you're right.
No. C is more. C is more.
I think this
Five.
is 5.
Yeah.
3 should be 6.
And then your conditions are like. So I guess you have to go through and see like what are the different.
I got 5. So because for
I guess
A,
you can create a new variable.
for C, I
You go through once.
Oh, I see.
Find
Yeah. Okay.
your A, B, C, or D.
Yeah. So yeah, I had it right here. Yeah.
Each
So I
for each new different function, it's a variable.
yeah, I think so.
Or it's its own object, and then inside that object you record these conditions. So for each step, you update the conditions based on your log as you're stepping through. And so if the condition is if it isn't started, if the condition is
go down, like, and then like
started and it's on,
then like it works on the stack and
well,
then
if
it's
it started and it's on, then you push on. And if another one starts, then you turn the other one off. So you don't push over to that other one, you push to your new one. And then if your new one ends, don't push one more onto it. But then for the next step, if it's not logged, you know you check your variable and your whole function is